Hey friends! All right, we're going to talk tonight, my beautiful rebels, about fear and how it manifests itself in your body and what to do about it. Like, fear has a very interesting physical effect. And it comes from what you do with fear. If you let it do something to you, that it can have a really, really profound and negative effect on your body. But the second you release it, the second you shift it out of that place, it stops having that effect like this, like instant, instant, instant. So I want to talk to you about that so that you can understand that and you can sort of take your power back when it comes to fear and not feel like fear is ruling your body and causing all kinds of disease. Okay. So the word disease is dis-ease, right? So your body is not in line. It's out of whack. It's not at ease in the flow of working the way that it wants to. So that's what disease is, right? So think about the energy of fear for a minute. And I want you to think about what fear feels like in your body. Just picture a time when you were afraid or what you do. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Stacy. What you do with your body when maybe something scary is on TV or something that's making you nervous is in front of you. Think about what happens. All right. The word that I like to use that's kind of across the board is tension. Okay, so we start to go like, yeah, yeah. All right, I know me, shoulders up. Anytime my body's out of whack, first thing I do is I lift these shoulders up. Think about what you do with your body. Do you clench your fists? Now think about how fear, like not the sort of fear like watching a scary TV show, but the kind of fear when you're walking around your life and maybe you're fearing rejection, right? Maybe you're fearing abandonment. Maybe you're fearing failure. Maybe you're fearing success. Maybe you're fearing making a mistake. All right. Maybe you're fearing not pulling something off that you really, really want to. What is that effect? What is happening? It's underlying just below the surface and it's kind of there all the time and there's not a lot of awareness to it. What's happening in your body? Tension. Again, okay? It manifests itself in your body as stress. And we all know, because we've all read the articles, right, that stress is the worst thing for your health. So stress and fear are like best buds. They're like the BFFs of what's going on in your body that's not good. You can quote me on that term. So they have a very similar effect on every piece of you. Now, where the particular fear you have hits you and shows up in your body, usually, and I'll explain why I say usually shows up connected to the chakra affected, or at least the chakra most affected by the fear. Okay, so if you have to go and you have to speak in front of a bunch of people, your fear is going to manifest itself in your throat chakra. So you're going to start to have throat chakra issues like losing your voice or chest. You're going to feel stuff in your chest, like up here. Your heart chakra's down here a little bit lower, but you could feel it like down into here and a little bit at the top of your lungs. Have you ever felt that? Shoulders, right? Remember I was just saying this? I'm a throat chakra girl. All my stuff goes to my shoulders, to my throat chakra, to that whole area. Whole life, that's been the deal. Your mouth. You could get like cold sores or cankers or a problem with your teeth, your jaw, all of that stuff. If your fear, even though maybe you're not bringing a lot of awareness to it all the time, that underlying fear is camping out and causing tension in that chakra. Jamie says, ooh, boom, that makes so much sense. I'm glad it makes sense. So imagine that you are going to go skydiving, all right? All of a sudden, you get a stomach ache and you're like, oh my gosh, right at the bottom, like right deep down low at your belly button, and you feel a big stomach ache right there. That's because the fear is sitting in your root chakra. Your root chakra is about survival. So you're afraid that you're not going to survive the skydiving, right? So that's why that comes in there. Now that's a more intense fear. So you feel it and then you're done skydiving and the fear is over. You survived. or you didn't and you can't feel it anymore, right? So that has a time limit. But fear around everyday things and fear around people accepting you and fear around speaking your truth or abandonment, like all of that stuff is underlying and just hangs out and causes tension inside your body. Let's say the thing that you are most afraid of in the world is trusting your intuition. You're going to have some nice headaches going on right up here because that tension's going to sit there. Your vision's going to be blurry and things are going to go, not going to go well for you there. Migraines, all of that stuff, that would be trusting your intuitive self. And not just about like talking to angels or getting a message, but trusting what your intuitive self tells you to do to be happy and feeling like you can follow that. That's going to sit up there, okay? And it's going to be in the form of tension. Let's say that you are really afraid that the thing you're trying to manifest is not going to come to fruition and it's just there and you just really want it to, but you're not sure. That's going to sit right at like your second and third chakra, probably right at your solar plexus, about power, okay? Now, people can have the same fear. Like there can be two people about to go up and let's say speak their truth. They're going to stand up in front of a bunch of people and talk about something. And they can have two different effects of their body. So one person, let's say I'm getting up there, my throat chakra might start to be affected. But the person next to me might start getting heart chakra issues because they're afraid that people aren't going to love them and accept them when they're up there, more so than they're afraid of their ability to speak their truth and to do it well. So it really just depends on the specific fear. So that tension inside your body, inside your chakra, inside one spot in your body, one little one, is going to throw your whole entire body off. Have you ever injured your right knee and noticed that your left leg is like sore and tired and you're like, why is that? Or maybe your left hip or something and you're like, wait a minute, I hurt my right knee. It's because your other leg is trying to compensate for the weakness and the inability to function correctly of your right knee, right? So it's doing more work. It's got more on it. So it starts to get tired. It starts to break down and then tension starts to form there too. And it's the same with your chakras, okay? So let's say you got a throat chakra issue that you're not dealing with. You're not getting healing work done. You're not addressing. You're not looking at this fear. Now your other chakras have to do double duty for this weakened throat chakra that's got all this tension going on. All right. Now, for short periods of time, like if you have laryngitis for 3 days, you're not going to wreak super havoc in your body. But if you have an underlying fear that you've been fearing for like 20 years, hello, other chakras are being affected, okay? And now, think of it this way too. If you have a throat chakra issue, your heart chakra is going to be affected every time. They are very close together and they work off of each other. So, and your heart chakra is the middle chakra. So it's usually the first one to be like the second chakra affected. So let's say I'm public speaking, like I did the wildflower video today. I don't know if you guys caught that, but if you did, I'm speaking about something that makes me nervous, that there's fear around for me. And so let's say I did that. And then I ignored my throat chakra after doing it. And I never cared for it and addressed how it felt after. All right. Let's say I did that. Now my heart chakra is going to be pushing my voice out to aid that throat chakra. So now my heart chakra is going in overdrive and it's probably going to start going too fast. Now we balanced those chakras a few months ago, if you were here in the group, right? So now this one's spinning faster and the throat chakra is spinning slower because it's got all this tension in it. Now, let's say I go to a whole different area of my life. Let's say I go over, I saw my husband here, he posted a little heart. Let's say I go and I'm hanging with my husband and all of a sudden I get grouchy, right? That never happens, Mattwood, right? Ever. And all of a sudden my ability to just be connected and to feel calm and to feel a loving connection with him, I can't get there because I'm in a bad mood and I feel like I'm not receiving enough love and I don't have enough to give and I just feel like wonky there. Do you ever feel like you're just like looking at yourself like, why am I acting this way? Well, my heart chakra is on overdrive. So now other areas of my life, not even connected to the fear in my throat chakra, are being affected. Do you see? It just keeps going. Sharon says, this is all making so much sense. I almost always feel it in my throat, occasionally in my third eye and crown. Yes, it manifests itself right in that area because it's connected to the chakra. Now, people will ask me sometimes too about a body part that's not like very obviously connected to a chakra. I will tell you that every body part is connected to a chakra. But body parts also have symbolic things to them as well. So you want to look at the chakra stuff, but you also want to look at like the symbolic like if like a medical medium was looking at you, what that means. So just for example, let's say your neck hurts. Okay, so we're not in the throat and your neck is stiff and it's going down into your shoulders and you're like, okay, wait, is this, it's coming up here, it's coming up high into my jaw and behind my eyes, this pain, and into my neck. I'm getting headaches and oh my gosh, my chest and my back are starting to hurt. And you're like, wait a minute, what chakra is this? That's like 3 chakras right there. If the main issue is your neck is the thing between your heart and your head, and your neck, if your head and your heart, your intuition, your ego are not on the same page, they're not getting along, you're going to get a neck issue because that energy is not flowing kindly. There's tension between the two. You're going to have tension in your neck. If I'm someone who injures my ankles, or at least I used to. Let me knock on wood real quick. I used to injure my ankles all the time, still do occasionally. If you're rolling your ankle, then what's happening is that's symbolic of going through life and trying to force yourself in one direction when you're actually needing to move in a different direction. Okay. So look at that stuff and pay attention, because if you're not sure what the fear is, your body will tell you. It's not random. You know, I don't believe in coincidence. It's not an accident. It's not like, oh, I'm just careless all the time. You know what? You're careless and klutzy and you fall and you don't get hurt. And then you barely fall and you get ridiculously hurt. And you don't even have a good story to tell, right? So it's definitely more than just that. So what I want you to do is I want you to first see, where is fear manifesting itself in my body? And then say, what is this fear that's going on? What is that? And now let's talk about what to do about it. There are lots of things you can do about it. Good news. Good news. First, just by recognizing what the fear is and bringing awareness to it and choosing to address it is going to bring a lot of relief. All right. And I'm going to give you an example of like a physical issue in a minute just to show you. Okay. So as soon as you bring it into your conscious mind and your subconscious and your conscious mind work together to look at what's going on, you're already going to be bringing relief to it. A lot of times when we have fear going on, we try not to look at it and we go like this and we don't put any energy towards it. And that makes it worse, okay? Because it needs energy. It needs energy to release and to move on and to teach you what it needed to teach you, okay? So there's that piece. You want to do that. The next thing you want to do is start telling yourself that you're far more powerful than this fear. This fear is just a small part of what you're going through. It's a chapter of your story. It might be a really shitty chapter. It might be a chapter you can't wait to be done with and be like, oh, glad that chapter's over. Let's get on to the chapter where all the fun stuff's happening, right? Totally okay to think that way. I thought that way before. Totally all right. But you have to feel as if this fear is not more powerful than you. Okay? Now, just a side note, everything I'm saying right now goes for pain. Okay? The pain becomes more powerful than you, you're in trouble. You're done. You defeated. All right? But even if it's got you, if you go, no, I am more powerful than this fear. I am more powerful than this pain. You can regain it. You can start to ease it off. It will start to move. It will start to shift. Okay? So that's what you want to do. You want to really bring it in and start to feel more powerful than it. This is just a thing here to help you. This fear is not there to stop you. This fear is here to just say, hey, hold up for a minute and look at this before you continue to go. Take some other things into consideration and learn a few things here. Okay? That is going to really ease that fear. Okay? Writing it down, journaling about your fear, very helpful because it brings all kinds of awareness and it brings both your intuition and your conscious mind in together. Ego and intuition hanging together as you journal about something. Super, super healthy to do. We journaled today in the Morning Makeover Challenge. If you did that, or is it tomorrow that we're journaling? I think it's tomorrow. It's very, very healing because it just puts everything working together in a beautiful way. All right? Write it down. Look at it. Start asking for signs. Next, ask Archangel Raphael and Archangel Metatron to come in and work together to help you shift this pain out of your body, this fear out of your body, this illness out of your body. Now, if you have not started to look at it and you call these angels in, they're not going to be able to do much for you. But if you're also doing the work, that's how archangels are. Like if you're also doing the work, they will support it. They will speed it along. They will do all kinds of wonderful things to help you heal. Okay? So you can do that too. Get Reiki. If you're someone who doesn't get Reiki on the regular, like you need to be getting it. And if you need a Reiki person, you tell me and I will get you somebody good. We have fantastic ones, even in this group. Jamie Hayhurst is an amazing Reiki girl. Christine Varnum is great at Reiki. I mean, tell me. There's so many more of you too. Ask, I will say, or ask in the group, all right? If you are a Reiki person, be trading with someone off and be getting Reiki for yourself too. Don't just be giving. Big mistake, okay? I am a little bit of a Reiki junkie, but I have a lot of friends who do Reiki. So like the other day, I was at the studio and I heard Christine there and she was about to go into a session. I'm like, whoa, wait, can you Reiki my neck before you go in? Don't be afraid. Just do it. It's fine. Most Reiki people, where are you? Where are my Reiki people at? Are excited to help you with it. All right. But book a session. You guys, you lay on a very comfortable table with blankets and nice calm music. And some of them, I think Jamie does this and Christine does this. They have essential oils going for you and you just relax and they push that energy around and out of your body. It gets it gone. It heals it. It helps bring it into the light and heal it. It's awesome. And if you've never had it done by someone great, then check with me and I'll tell you if you're local. All right. If you're not local, you can check too. I'm not sure if I know of someone, but if I do, I'll hook you up. All right. Definitely be getting that stuff. Essential oils, again, I mentioned it with the Reiki. Great for helping you shift stuff out. They have their own frequency and vibration. That's why I won't talk about that for 5 hours, but you can look into those too. Jamie says, I love helping and definitely use oils too. Yeah, see, told you. Stacy says, I need a Reiki person. Well, there you go, Stacy. Jamie Hayhurst. She's fantastic. I've had Reiki. She came to my house and did Reiki for me. She brought the bed and I just laid in my own house and got nice and Reiki. And it was fantastic. She was great. So get Reiki. Look up Reiki if you don't know what it is. Because I could do a whole video series on Reiki. Maybe I will. But Reiki is a beautiful healing energy, powerful tool that really does have a huge, huge effect on you. All right. I like to have a journal nearby. So as soon as I'm done with my Reiki, I like start writing all the things I was seeing as it was happening. And it's really, really powerful. Go to somebody and get some kind of work that's going to release stuff from your body, release energy. Someone like Kelly Austin. I don't think she's here because I'm pretty sure I saw her at the studio, but I think she's working right now. But something like myofascial release, where because the tissue in your body holds on to this stuff. It holds on to the energy. It holds on to the emotion. It holds on to all of that stuff from things you've been through. Doing something like that to release it, boom, amazing, amazing stuff. I don't think I've found a healing modality that's more effective quickly than myofascial release with Kelly. Like, blows my mind every time. I have limped in, unable to walk and skipped out. It's craziness. I went one time for my hip and as she was working on it, like all of a sudden I was like remembering, and feeling these emotions and seeing these memories of when I was pregnant. And she was like, yeah, that's when, Stacy just left her. That must have been who I saw with her. Perfect, Stacy. I was having like these flashbacks of when I was pregnant and she was like, oh, that must have been when the injury occurred. Your tissue held on to that. And as she worked on it, it released. Wow. I love it. Amazing. Get something like that done if you've got some kind of injury going on, especially if you're like me and you have a few areas of your body that you're always injuring or always coming off. So Kelly also is a chiropractor and a physical therapist, so she's got you covered. I'm glad it was awesome, Stacey. Isn't she the coolest? Yeah. Oh my gosh, You can get something called IET. That's something that I do. And it's not quite as popular as Reiki, but it's along the same lines. You just use the healing angels to come in. And some of them are the archangels, and to help you heal and push energy out. Same type thing. You can get something like that. Acupuncture. Awesome, 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 awesome. I know I'm an acupuncture girl. I get it as often as I can, but I try to go at least once a month. And she does a lot of work always in my chest, and she tells me, I go to Amy Benson in Bridgewater if you're local. She's fantastic. I'm trying to think of the name. A to Zen Wellness, I believe, in Bridgewater. She's excellent if you need a person for that. So she's always doing it in my chest, and she calls this the spiritual burial ground. This is where we all just our energy goes to die, and it just sits there. All right. So you can just say, you know what? I'm coming in to release some fears, and they're manifesting here in my body. And if it's someone like her, she'd be like, oh, I know exactly what to do. In fact, she'll probably know that's what's wrong with you before you even sit down. That's what she does to me. She'd be like, what's going on with this? And I'm like, how'd you know that? I had a needle in me the other day, or I guess it was a couple months ago the other day. I'm losing track of time. That was vibrating. It was like ding, 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 ding. What's going on there? Very, very helpful. If you're somebody who has trouble with digestion, that kind of comes in because you get lots of food intolerances because you're super sensitive to everything. Something like myofascial release and acupuncture and Reiki are going to be incredibly good for you. Because if you have trouble with that, you have trouble processing food, you also have trouble processing energy. Okay? Just saying. Keep it in mind. That manifests that way. If you're having trouble processing, releasing, you're holding on to stuff too long, you're not holding on to stuff long enough, all connected. Got it? Massage. Okay, who doesn't want to get a massage? Tell your significant other that I said you had to get a massage. See if it works. Great tool for releasing anything trapped, any trapped tension. Set the intention before you go in that you'd like to release as you're getting a massage. What's better than that? Take care of yourself so that you can move this stuff along. And if you're doing something like massage or acupuncture or Reiki, don't just rely completely on the practitioner to help you heal. Be present. Be in that relaxed meditative state that you get to go in when you do that stuff, but be present to what's happening. If while it's going on, you're feeling emotional, get that emotion out. They're pushing on that to get it out. People say to me all the time, why do I always cry when I'm in a session with you? I never cry anywhere else. I'm not even sad. I just start crying. It's because I am pushing your energy around. I might look like I'm sitting like this. I don't usually sit like that. I might look like I'm sitting like this and smiling or whatever. I am, but I'm also trying to poke energetically at the block that you have. And so when you start to cry, I know that you've released it. I know that you've done that. Crying is good for you. Do that. If all of a sudden song lyrics come on or a certain song comes on while you're having the healing that connects with you, pay attention. If after you get the injury right back, you didn't release it all the way. Okay, and now my example to show you how powerful fear is this. Has this ever happened to you? Because it's happened to me before. You have something's going on that you don't feel well, all right? And you're worried that it could be something bigger, all right? Let's say you're having really bad chest pain. And at first, it's not too big of a deal because you're pretty sure it's just a bad cold or a bad congestion. But then somebody suggests to you that, what if it's your heart? Or what if it's pneumonia? You could die in your sleep. Suddenly, that pain, that feeling, that tension is a lot worse because the fear has entered and now it's revving up. All right. And if you don't take action here, this fear is going to swallow you up. All right. So let's say that happens. Maybe you go to the hospital or you go to the doctors and you're like, oh my gosh, could it be heart? And they do a few tests and they're like, okay, it's nothing serious. It looks like just a really bad cold. It's not pneumonia and it's not a heart issue. And upon hearing that, you are magically 500 times better. That's not magic. That's fear. Your fear dissipated. It shifted and moved. And so the pain and the stuff going on eased as well, because that tension left your body from that area. Make sense? Ever thought that you possibly broke something and it hurt so bad you couldn't even imagine, and someone told you you didn't in an x-ray, and it's like all better the next day, and you're like, how did it go from there to there? Fear, okay? Absolutely plays this huge part. Your mind is a powerful thing, my friends, and your body and your mind, newsflash, right? Let's tell everybody, you're connected to each other. I swear they are. So you got to keep that in mind. You got to understand this, and you got to be aware. You don't have to never have illness or pain in your body. Good luck with that. Good luck. But if you're bringing awareness to what that is when your body's showing you those signs, it's going to be a lot better and a lot easier. Use natural healing stuff, because natural healing things, anything in holistic healing, like the essential oils and Reiki, massage, acupuncture, myofascial release, all of that kind of stuff. That stuff is helping your body get back into ease. It's not treating symptoms. It's not saying, oh, you've got these symptoms of things, let's treat them. I'm not against treating symptoms altogether. I'm against only treating symptoms. Okay? So you're just only treating symptoms. You're not putting your body back at ease. That's why when you take a medication and then suddenly you need 17 other medications, and you're in the circle of medicine and you're like, oh my God, get me out of here. That's why, because it's not fixing anything. It's just further putting your body out of ease and hiding the symptoms. Your symptoms are your body's way of pointing something out to you, to get your attention, to say there's ease, there's no ease here. There's tension. There's something going on that's making it hard for the energy to flow here. And so this is the signal. Start catching the signal sooner. That's my PSA. Pay more attention. Catch it sooner. I am telling you this and I'm calling it a PSA, but I need this newsflash for myself, because this is an area, I'm going to be honest with you, that I'm not good at, because I'll get a symptom of something and I'm like, I'm fine. I'm fine. No, I don't need to stop. I don't need to take a break. I'm good. I don't need to put my foot up. Totally don't. But I'm just going to ignore it. Okay? Kelly said, well said. Kelly will tell you, oh, I can't move my arm. I haven't been able to move my arm for 3 weeks. I think I'll go in now. And she's like, why did you wait so long? We need to start listening to our body and sooner going, okay, there's something going on. One of my favorite tools for that is essential oils. They really are. I love them. And I don't care what company you get them with. Just please do some research. If you want info from how I do it, let me know. There's a bunch of oil people in here too. Ask any of us. The thing that I like about that is, let's say I start to feel that run down feeling, which I'm getting better at catching. Instead of spending 2 days going, why do I feel so tired? And then getting sick day 3, I've started paying better attention. And so I'll apply something. I'll be, okay, let me give my body some oils, and let me give my body some good food and extra water to really do that, and extra rest to fight at this stage. And then it stops you from getting sick as much. I still get sick. I still lose my voice all the time, partially because I talk for a living, partially because I have throat chakra problems, and partially because I overdo it and I don't stop in time. But that being said, when that starts to happen, I do something. I put the oils on it. I know which ones to do for my throat chakra. I get my hot water, if you're a throat chakra girl like me or boy, and I put a drop of thieves in there, sometimes a drop of lemon, and a little bit of local honey. It's got to be local. Don't buy the stuff from the grocery store. And I sip, and I'm fine the next day, right? And if I does go to sickness, it's for a shorter period of time, because I'm on it and I'm listening to my body. If I have a pain somewhere, if my body wants me to move around, if it's tired, I don't just go, oh, boo, I don't feel good. I go, okay, body, what do you need, right? And really being more in tune with that, let's do it together, right? Let's all do it together. We'll try harder together. Instead of just pretending we're fine and going 90 miles an hour when we're not feeling good and taking care of everyone else, let's take care of us too. Yeah? Let's do it. Okay. Let me know where you think fear is hanging out in your body. What's the spot that gets your fear going? All right. Let me know. I'd love to hear. I'd love to see if there's patterns and things similar. I love to know that stuff. But all of your body is affected by fear in a big, big way. And stress and fear, like I said, BFFs, have a terrible effect on your health. So it's not about never being afraid. That won't happen. You will be afraid. A fear is okay. It's when you let it become more powerful than you, or you don't address it, that it's going to manifest itself in your body, and you want to get rid of that.